starting an organization, I think that it is wise for any company to kind of strategically gather and align all of their resources before starting the plunge. So many nonprofit arts organizations, and especially theater companies in particular, which I run, tend to make their first project the catalyst of an organization rather than form and organize and point the organization and then start the actual work. I think that's because the people involved are so excited to make theater, and half the time they don't know they're starting an organization. So I think it's really important to really take your time to develop a plan and a strategy and develop a structure. Collaboration had tried to use the typical two full-time staff member model, which you see very often in nonprofit theater companies, an artistic director and a managing director. And after essentially burning out two managing directors in a row because of the immense workload of running a startup theater company, we decided that we needed to find a new structure that had a little more sustainability and wasn't going to burn out the individuals who were driving it. And so, the big thing for us was looking at our ability to produce very large-scale, complex productions and our inability to get a grant in on time. And so we thought that what if we used our production model as a model for our general operations and treated the annual work of our organization operationally as if it was a production. And so we ended up with a large part-time staff that would convene once a week to have kind of a production meeting, if you will, but it was our general operations meeting, all of our general matters for all of our business operations. We'd meet once a week for 90 minutes to 2 hours and have everybody in the room and have that time to really review what was happening in the week and in the operations, and then allow the staff to have a lot more flexibility in between meetings, relying on cell phones, email, texting, and Google Docs and everything. So it's worked out really terrifically for us because it's allowed us to really disperse the workload over a larger staff and allow people to have a little more focus. And it's been critical to our growth because it's allowed me as the leader of the organization also to have a larger team to collaborate with and delegate and mentor, and it also becomes much larger idea pool. So that's been great for us, and we've grown that model for the past 5 years, and we're closing in on a full-time comprehensive staff, and that is our next big strategic goal. But I think it's been instrumental in our growth. So I guess my thought would be to build a model for your staff structure that really fits the reality of your situation. And the other thing that Collaboration has done that's been really beneficial is we have a theater ensemble of an ensemble of about 20 theater artists that are our company members, that are the core of our company. And those are the people that essentially started the company and are the heart of the organization. We have our board, which is fantastic, and our staff, and then we did create two other slightly unique groups that are part of our structure and a key part of the organism. which are our associates, which are essentially our kind of usual suspects, that artists that we work with on an ongoing basis, but they're not maybe as integral or connected as our company members. And we have 150 of them. So this is a formal but loose connection with a group of artists, and it's really helped spread our reach, and it's become a pathway towards company membership. And then we also created a development council, which is similar to a junior board. We just didn't really like the name junior board, so it's not to demean them. And this is individuals in their 20s and 30s, mostly, who have a lot of social capital to give to the organization, and who really value the creative work we do. And maybe they're not an artist, so they wouldn't be a company member or an associate, and they're not quite board level in regards to net worth or kind of high level strategy and governance experience. And that group has been a vital part of connecting us to audience members and sponsors and local businesses and groups, and it's been really rewarding. So when you take our company and board and staff, and then you add in 150 associates and 20 people on the development council, you know, we have a community of 200 people that have developed, and with that kind of group, you can mobilize them, and really, in the city of Chicago, you know, we can really quickly touch people and control word of mouth, and have that kind of first degree of people that love, support, and care for the organization. That's really critical in helping us accomplish our mission, and also it creates its own kind of social stratosphere where the commingling of those groups is really healthy. It's really exciting for board members to both work with staff and the artists, but also for them to work with the future board, you know, and it inspires everybody, because everybody can see that there are a large number of dedicated people all kind of marching to the same drum.